Welcome. Let me make sure. There we are. Welcome back, people, to the Trimless FC YouTube channel. I'm your host again, KLS. And now you might realize I'm a bit stumbly at the moment. I'm a bit lost for words at the moment. Let me tell you why. Because this is a very important game. This is a game going forward that we need to not only win, but I feel like it won't be easy, but we're going to have to dominate of some sort. Do I think it's an easy game? No. I think it's going to be a very brutal game. I think it's going to be I think it's going to be fouls galore, tackle galore. I mean, you name it. But other than that, I think the most important thing we could take from this game is, could this be Amorim's last game? And what's interesting about this is something resurfaced for the past couple of days, that apparently Xavi, if he was given the opportunity to join United, he'd join tomorrow. You know, we got stories like this coming out. And obviously, I mean, you look at the track record. What are we? We're drew to West Ham, drew to Bournemouth. We in my opinion, we luckily beat Newcastle. I'm just trying to get the scores up now from the past 10 games, because obviously as much as we want to be, yeah, man, let's go United, and you know, you got to lead by example, and you've got to support the team. You just can't support some acts, unfortunately, and everyone knows. If you know well enough, and you're a fan of the Trimless FC YouTube channel, you'll understand that I'm the biggest Amorim in guy. Like, because I don't see a point in getting rid of a manager when I don't think the manager's the issue. Because even if we get rid of the manager, we've still got the same players. And one thing about Manchester United managers, when Van Gaal came in, when David Moyes came in, when Jose Mourinho came in, Solskjaer, Radnick, Ten Hag, Amorim, what do all those managers have in common? They all joined, and instead of just going, right, well, we're gonna take off where we last was and work up from what this previous manager's left us with, they want to start all from scratch. And I just don't think it's right. I mean, since what? Sir Alex Ferguson's days, I can understand you're not going to be able to replicate what Sir Alex Ferguson's done. But surely within that time period, it's now a sign that all these managers that come in and they want to implement their own style and implement their own players and do their own vision, instead of starting from what was left from the previous manager, getting rid of everyone, changing tactics, want to start clean straight off. That's why we go so far backwards when we get rid of a manager and we bring a new manager in, because the new manager wants to scrape everything we've already done in this season or the season prior and start completely fresh. Where instead of building up of what the manager's already done for the past couple of months or seasons or season, what the players are already familiar with. So, in that aspect, I don't think Amorim's the issue here. I think it might be Amorim's last game. If we lose, but on the other hand, it's more like, as of right now, he is dealing with the best of a bad bunch. Like what we've got De Ligt out, we've got Mainu out, we've got Bruno Fernandes out, we've got Mazraoui and Bumo, Amad Diallo all at AFCON. You know, like you're seeing skid mark. You're seeing all these players that are injured right now, and then look at the team sheet. Like, he really is working with the best of what he's actually got to offer. But I don't think people will see it in that sort of aspect. I think people will see it as, well, I've got them up here. 2-2 Forest, 2-2 Tottenham, 1-0 Everton, loss. We beat Palace 2-1, drew 1-0 to West Ham, beat Wolves 4-1, drew 4-0, lost 2-1, won 1-0, drew 1-1-1-all. And it's going against a Leeds that's actually on form of their life. Like, again, Dominic Calvert-Lewin's, like, wherever he's found this form from, fuck knows. Absolutely fuck knows. But obviously, I think the whole thing people are going to wanted to dive into is, obviously, the title is KLS AMORIM out. And the only reason I'm kind of on the cusp of becoming AMORIM out is because as much as I don't see the point in getting rid of him, as much as I think still give him time, still give him another transfer window to bring in players that to at least fulfill his vision, at least for Villa's vision. On the other hand, I can't keep backing bringing off Martinez for Euro, and he's still got Luke Shaw on. I can't keep backing taking Mazzarari off when he's still got Delot on the left. I can't keep backing him when he makes these decisions where I'm kind of sat here thinking, I've just backed you for the whole of Project Prem every 9 p.m. every Tuesday. I can't keep sitting and backing you, and you're making these decisions that I think players, managers in lower leagues make. I can understand he's come from Liga NOS, but when you have Ralf Radnick that came in for however long he was with us for, who came from, I think it was Spartak Moscow in the Russian league, or it was from a league that way, that have come in and not understood the game instantly, but he knew straight away what the issue was. Whereas with AMORIM, I can't keep backing him when he makes decisions of bringing off Martinez for Euro, but keeping Luke Shaw on. And there's a handful of moments where Luke Shaw has unfortunately cost us the game. I hate to say it, and I hate to be the one like, oh, this player's rubbish. And look, I don't believe in feeding hatred towards players, then expecting them to be good. Like, they have phones, like they have social media, like they read the stuff. And especially in this day and age where social media is so overreactionary, it's so brutal, it's so vicious on social media. But you can't keep... I can understand playing Luke Shaw this game 100% because, again, working with the best of a bad bunch. But when Luke Shaw's playing 90 minutes every game, but most of the goals we've conceded this season end up on his side, what I can't back is why the manager's so reluctant to start him every single game. I want to back AMORIM and I want to keep him in. I want to give him another window, but he will then do these silly mistakes where he keeps playing Luke Shaw. He'll keep playing the lot out of position. He tells Fernandez to roam, where when he roams and he's on the right and he's on the left and he's up front, you can see the gap in the midfield. The fact that's not been sorted out yet, which we'll get onto that very shortly. And with all this Brian and Boomer, like I said it to Funds on the Project Prem just gone. In Brian and Boomer, he's not this world-class player. He's not. He's just a decent player. Don't get me wrong. When he's on fire, he's absolutely phenomenal, and I think he's worth every penny. But when he's having a bad game, fuck me, he's shit. Unfortunately, that's how it is. Matthias Cunha as well. Whatever AMORIM's telling Matthias Cunha to do, because Cunha, he were a baller last season. I know Omizi might not like him as much, but obviously I can sit and say I do research on players, and he's not a bad player. He's not this bad of a player. Do you understand? He's not this bad of a player at all. No way is he this bad of a player. Again, with Sesko, like, watching Sesko, it's so sad to see because it's like he almost counterparts my Gokeres argument of Gokeres can't find the space, but then I watch Gokeres and then I watch Sesko and then I watch Voltamada against Newcastle and I sit and think, we're sat calling them flops, but we're not actively trying to get the ball to them. With Sesko, at least with Sesko, and I will say this with absolute chest, with Sesko, at least with game in, game out, you can actively see him getting better, finding better spaces, getting into clear-cut chances. I mean, against Wolves the other day, like, how many times could he have put the ball in the back of the net, which is then becoming a problem because why aren't you putting the ball at the back of the net? 6'5", every shot he probably had was a header, and he still can't score them. Now, that's becoming an issue. As much as it's getting better, you need to score, mate. That's your job. You have to. I can't. So, whatever Amorim's telling these players to do, and again, like going back to a 4 at the back, which again, I will pat myself again on my back for proving a point and talking nothing but facticals. This whole time, we've had man like Big C say you can't do anything in the Prem with a 3 at the back. Man United, we need to go back to a 4 at the back. We've gone back. We've had that all year. We've had this all year. Man United need to go 4 at the back because 3 at the back's not good enough. We went 4 at the back and progressively got slower. So I pat myself on the back there. But even then, Amorim, how are you making that possible? How are you going 4 at the back where you're more stabilised? You can use your attack more efficiently because of how he sets out. It's almost like a little diamond from right back to centre mid to right wing. It's almost a diamond. It is perfect. Or even if that's the case, right back, centre mid, right wing, have them shapeshift. Like we've all watched Messi and Dani Alves and Xavi or Busquets or Iniesta, or even at a push. Even at a push. You even saw it do with Arthur. I don't know if you might remember Arthur. Still did with Arthur. So as much as I'm Amorim and I don't see the actual point of getting rid of him because I think it's just stupid because we've still got the same players and still owners. I can't keep backing him. And he keeps leaving Shaw on for 90 minutes. But then go back and watch the Bournemouth game. Go back and watch... I'm trying to think of a game. Go back and watch the Forest game, for example. This guy's meant to be a veteran of the sport, but how many goals have we conceded because of players that are attacking him on his side of the defence? And if he's not on his side of the defence, he's up there and he's failing to track back, or he's on the other side of the defence where he needs to be. So, I don't know. As much as I want to say I'm Amorim in 100 million%, if we don't pick up a win today, I could change the Amorim out. Because at the end of the day, as much as people might want to say, but Dominic Calvert-Lewin's now started scoring and assisting. Let's actually look at the teams he's scored against. Let's have a little look. Dominic Calvert-Lewin goals against. There we go. Let me get this up real quick, just to prove a point. Oh no, that's giving me of all time. If I do Leeds, I know what games he scored in. Leeds United. Are you ready? So Dominic Calvert-Lewin scored against. Did he score against Sunderland? Scored against Sunderland. I mean, not to say Sunderland are bad because they are pretty decent, but obviously defensively they're not amazing. Obviously scored against Palace, but we're all actively sitting watching Palace's decline. Did he score against Brentford? I know he scored against Liverpool. So you've got to look at it like that. He's not even scoring against like these massive giants. Like he's not scoring against City. He's not scoring against Arsenal. He's not scoring against Chelsea. So again, it's kind of like the Sean Dyche argument when we played Forest. I don't believe all this like Dyche ball. So with Dominic Calvert-Lewin, don't get me wrong, Tatanka's an incredible CDM. He was the best CDM in the Championship last season. Obviously, I don't know how to say his name. Giannotto, Italian left winger, is phenomenal. He's stupid quick, and he's going to give the lot a run for his money. But we are Manchester United, and this is what we can't forget. This is Manchester United. We can't be going into Leeds hoping we win. We're going into Leeds needing a win. Not needing. No, yes. In fact, yes. Needing a win, not because of where we are on the table, because it's an utter embarrassment if we don't. That's why we need to win. Obviously, let's go through the team sheet at the moment because I'll be honest, I've seen a sneak preview And if I've got to say so myself, this might actually be the best team he's set out. For what he's got, obviously, knowing Bumo, obviously, of course, naturally. We've got the men's in goal, Yoro, Heaven, and Martinez as centre-backs. So already, that's the best defence we've had all year. We've got the lot on the right, which I don't mind too much. Luke Shaw on the left, which will be an issue, unfortunately. But look, that's how it is. Ugarte Casemiro, and again, what can he do? Unfortunately, that genuinely is the best we can do. Obviously, fuck starting any of the Fletchers because they're not to shit on like young talents and everything, but they're just not that great. Like they're not. I think Fun's said it perfectly. They're just running around like headless chickens. Dorgu on the right cam, Cunha on the left cam, and Sasko up front. Man, then we kick off in 4 minutes. I'm not doing a watch long. The only reason I'm not doing a watch long is because I've not been to bed yet. I don't know if you can tell. I've not been to bed yet, which is an issue. So literally, if I was to stream, I'd more time just be dead quiet, about falling asleep. So it's the only reason I'm not streaming, boys. But look, Mandem, I'm going to say a 2-1 win for United. I think we've got to close out this win, of course. I think if we lose this game, I mean, I don't know how much longer I can keep back in Amorim. And again, it's surely, with the news of we're not getting a midfielder, but we have money, but we have people that want to join, like Ruben Neves and Conor Gallagher, but we don't want to sign Gallagher. We don't want to sign Neves because he's too old. And the problem we have is a midfielder, and we're trying to go for Semenyo, who's obviously not a midfielder. Does that now reach out for the panic button? Mandem, I've been your boy KLS. That's all I've got to say, really. Mandem, we're going to fucking war. And people forget as well, this is a rivalry. This is a crazy rivalry. That's all I got to say. Mandem, we're going to fucking war. If we don't win this, I could be hammering him out. We'll see what he does throughout the game. But again, best defense we've had all season, maybe. Luke Shaw on the left again will be a problem. Midfield, what can we do? Unfortunately, what can we do? The lot again on the right, I don't mind it. I think he's far better on the right. Dorgu at Cam will be interesting to watch, but man, and that's all I've got to say. Project Prem every 9 p.m. Everyone leave a like, everyone leave a subscribe. We kick off in 2 minutes. So if you're a crackhead, get your booze. Kick off in 2. I've been your boy KLS. And until next time, peace.